Hi, boys and girls. Welcome to another edition of Collier Kids Read. So glad that you're here and hanging with us. Today's an exciting day. It's June 1st, which means the first day of the summer reading program. And the theme this year is Imagine Your Story. Isn't that a great theme? The best way to get information about our summer reading program is to go to our website, collierlibrary.org, or we have a hotline that you can call, and the number is 239-252-7733. And that's going to give up-to-date information about how the program's going to work this summer and what you need to do. I think once you call and once you sign up, you'll be ready to go, and it'll be just like last year. So we're excited for you to participate. So our stories today are about hats. And my first book is Do You Have a Hat? And it's written by Eileen Spinelli and illustrated by Geraldo Valerio. Do You Have a Hat? And it's published by Simon & Schuster Books for Young Readers, and we thank them for allowing us to read it today. Do you have a hat? Do you have a hat? Something fuzzy, warm, and red to keep the snowflakes off your head? Or maybe floppy brimmed and blue when summer shines down on you. Do you have a hat? Francisco de Goya had a hat with candles on the brim, a clever hat that suited him, that made a chandelier of light for painting far into the night. Do you have a hat? Igor Stravinsky had a hat, a tattered, battered green beret. He wore it every single day. They say it never left his head, not even when he went to bed. Do you have a hat? Carmen Miranda had a towering hat of plums and cherries, peaches, oranges, and berries, plump bananas by the bunch, a hat her friends could eat for lunch. Do you have a hat? Abraham Lincoln had a stovepipe hat, black and tall, a presidential carry-all. Abe Lincoln wore it round the town with documents inside the crown. Do you have a hat? Nat Love had a cowboy hat to wear, of course, or carry water to his horse, to give a pesky fly a slap, or play the pillow for his nap. Do you have a hat? Isabel of Bavaria had a cone-shaped hat so very high it poked a gargoyle in the eye. The doorways had to be redone so she could fit through every one. Do you have a hat? Walt Whitman had a rather old and shabby hat, at times a makeshift table mat for writing poems in the sun or eating supper on the run. Do you have a hat? Louis Comte had a hat to close his magic act, a normal-looking hat, in fact, but reaching in, as was his habit, Louis produced a bunny rabbit. Do you have a hat? John Chapman had a hat. They say he wore a cooking pot. Some folks believe that, some do not. If true, he was a sight indeed, a pot-topped sower of apple seed. Do you have a hat? Amelia Earhart had a hat. So did Daniel Boone. It's true. Charlie Chaplin, Sally Ride, all of them had hats. Do you? Do you have a hat? A fancy hat? A hat that's plain? A hat for walking in the rain? A hat with feathers, flowers, bows? A hat that hoots? A hat that glows? A magic hat? A cap? A crown? A country hat? A hat for town? A single hat squashed flat or tall is better than no hat at all. I like that story. Do you have a hat? Hats serve different functions, don't they? Some people wear hats for style. Some people wear hats to help protect their head. Some use them to protect their eyes from the sun. Some use them just so we can know what they do. So I've got Rosie here today, and Rosie's going to have on a hat, and let's see if we can to determine what Rosie does when she has on her hat. Rosie has a hat. Rosie has a hat. Can you guess what Rosie can do when she has on her hat? Oh, look at Rosie. Nice hat. Yellow, my favorite color. Kind of hard. Oh, very hard. I think it protects your head, right, Rosie? Can you guess what Rosie can do when she has on her hat? Think. Is it a construction worker? Oh, right. So they have to protect their heads, right, Rosie? Very good, very good. Okay, she's going to put on another hat. Let's see what she's got. Rosie has a hat. Rosie has a hat. Can you guess what she can do when she has on her hat? Oh, look at that, Rose. Oh, it has an F on it. Are you a Florida fan? Oh boy, Rosie likes Florida. Well, let's see, Rosie. It's some kind of sport hat, right? Okay, are you guessing, boys and girls? Yeah, it's got a little bill on it. Right, she's a baseball or softball player, right? Very good, very good. Does that bill keep your sun out of your eyes? All right, so you can catch the ball, right? All right, you have another hat? Okay, let's see what you got. All right, let's see what she's got. Rosie has a hat. Rosie has a hat. Can you guess what she can do when she has on her hat? Oh, wow, my goodness, Rosie, that's a tall hat, isn't it? I think you got it on backwards. Can I take it off? All right, let's put it on this way. Very good, very good. Okay, can you guess what Rosie does with her hat? Uh-oh, some kind of cooking, right, Rosie? All right, I'll hold it on your head for you. What is that? Oh, you're a chef. Wow. Very good, very good. So different hats mean different things. Bye, Rosie. Say goodbye to everybody. Bye-bye. Thank you, thank you. That's an example of some different kinds of hats. Now, hats are for everybody, but this says hats are not for cats. It's written by Jacqueline Rayner. Let's see if hats are not for cats. Let's see who the publisher is first. It is published by Clarion Books, which is part of the Houghton Mifflin Harcourt Group. So we thank them for allowing us to read this book. Hats Are Not for Cats by Jacqueline Rayner. Excuse me, Cat. I see you're wearing a hat, but hats are not for cats. Hats, you see, are for dogs like me. Hats are not for cats. Not hats that are big or hats that are small. Hats are not for cats at all. Not pink or stripy or polka dot. Dogs wear hats and cats do not. Look at, he says, no cats, yes for dogs. Kind of bossy, isn't he? Not hats that are festive or hats that are fun. Not hats for the cold or hats for the sun. Not hats that are fussy or hats that are frilly. Not hats that are serious or hats that are silly. Look at the fruit on that one. That looked like Carmen Miranda's hat from the other book. Not fine hats or flapper. Not dashing and dapper. Not pirate or party. Not odd hats or arty. Not hats from Tasmania or Transylvania. Not hats from Peru or Timbuktu. Some sticky pages here. It's a new book. Hats are not for cats. Ooh, big print. Means he's shouting, right? The correct wearing of hats. Yes for the dog, no for the cat. Hats are for cats. Fun hats, flapper hats, frilly hats, silly hats, pirate hats, party hats, odd hats, arty hats, hats for cold, hats for the sun. Correct wearing of hats. Hats are for everyone. Look at all those hats. I think they should have a party. Look at, I think they finally made up, cat and dog. The end. So that was Hats Are Not for Cats. Thanks for listening to that story. Let me just show you a quick little craft that I have. You know how us librarians like to make things out of items that are inexpensive. So this is made out of a paper plate. And what you do is just draw any kind of design, like a 4-leaf clover or something. Make sure that it touches down to where the little circle of the hat begins. So see, I'm on the back side of the paper plate, okay? So you're gonna color in your design, and then you'll cut out around it. So see how I left it still attached to the hat here? You cut all the way around your design, and then you kind of just stand it up and put it on your hat, and you got a nice hat. And this, my little diagram shows, you can do a hat. This looks like this hat has the number 5 on it, so I think it was probably his 5th birthday. There's the flower one I showed you. You could do bunny ears or a 4-leaf clover. So have fun with it, all right? Thanks for tuning in. And don't forget our Imagine Your Story summer reading program. Thanks.